Much love, peace, and blessings to all the entities out there. This is number three, third volume, I guess, to some of my library that I'm showing, and mainly this one is for those that are into the law, to the legal system, sovereignty, things like this. And it may be two videos. I really don't know if it's going to be two videos or not. I can probably condense it to two, maybe three videos. I might be able to get it down to one, but all I'll be doing is just showing you the books. I'll have a little bit of explanation in there. Let me put this out. Um, I don't know why I say that. But here we go. First thing you need, besides your unabridged dictionary, if you're going into studying law or anything like this, if you're not going to college to get your bar certified degree and all of this crap, and you just want to study so you know your rights. Because maximum law, those who don't claim their rights have none. It's a maximum of law there. So those of you that know a little bit about law, if you don't claim that you know, if you don't claim your rights, then the maximum of law states you have none. So try and figure it out if you want to. You know, sovereignty is a way of life. You don't even need these books. You see what I'm saying? Those on my level will understand what I'm saying when I say that. But a lot of people won't. And these are baby steps here for you, so you can attempt to find out what it is I'm talking about if you want to. Black's Law dictionaries, Bovier's, um, Bouyer's. There's a ton of them out there. Law dictionaries. This one is the most circulated. This one is the most widely used. Not this one specifically. This is a fifth edition. Most people in the sovereignty movement or freedom movement, they would tell you you need a second edition or a fourth edition. Well, I found that it doesn't matter what edition you have, as long as you have more than one way to reference what it is that you're talking about or learning about. And fifth edition, it's a blue one, published by West. Of course, you can see the key down there. And seventh edition, which I showed at the end of my last video. And it's published by West also. There it is. West Group, got the pillar, the column there. Black's Law dictionaries will be your best friends. Of course, there's all kind of websites you can go to. LexisNexis, um, college websites, law school websites. The list is endless. You can, and a lot of those websites you can actually cross-reference with other websites, and you'll see they're saying the same thing. So, very good tools to have in your arsenal, if you will. Besides those, legal secretaries encyclopedic dictionary. Okay, legal secretaries, and this one was $3 at a secondhand store. And basically, depending on your state, because the states are going to have different. The legal system is different than the law. Do your own research on that, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. Just like rights are different than privileges and benefits, completely different. Your status is completely not what it should be, but it's not your fault. It's your parents' fault. We won't get into that conversation right now. But pick up one of those if you can find one. Real cheap secondhand bookstores, the libraries. Of course, you can go to the library and actually maybe I don't know 9 years ago I found a whole set of Hornbook, which is published by West, on the different types of business law, uniform commercial code, contracts, criminal law, remedies, and I'll show those here in a minute. But you're gonna want another book here, American Library Laws. You'd be surprised at what they're not allowed to let you take home and what they are allowed to let you take home, what they are allowed to put out on the shelves and what they're not allowed to put out on the shelves. You'd be surprised. Just an interesting one there. Of course, reference guide Supreme Court rulings, United States Supreme Court rulings, and this is actually a textbook, college textbook. I got it from a college law library. I didn't steal it. Don't get me wrong. That's just where it came from. Of course, depending on what state you're in, you're gonna want to get uh, your rules of court, federal and state, which they're going to be really thin books. And depending on what state you may be moving to a state, and they're going to be in the different years. The rules change sometimes. So if you got several different years, then you can cross-reference between the years and see if anything's changed or whatnot. The basis of law, period. You don't harm another individual or their property. Everything else is based on contract. Introduction to contracts. Okay. Find you some kind of introduction. If you're just now getting into it, take baby steps. Reference. Double check, triple check. Because would you start spouting off at the mouth, you better make sure you know what you're talking about. Better make sure. Ain't no bullshit game. This ain't out on the fucking street corner when you start dealing with this shit. This is scholarly education, and this is stuff everybody should know. They should teach this to our kids, but they don't. They don't teach it to our kids. And if you ever go in front of a judge has told people before, ignorance is no excuse for the law. You don't teach anybody law when they're children. So how, it's just a whole bullshit mess. But there's another one, litigation, paralegals, learn the system, how the system works, the process works. And that's one, it's baby steps right there. And introduction to law, the paralegals. And these are textbooks, college textbooks. What I just showed you, these two. Now, this is the library book, Constitutional Rights of the Accused. Good book to have. Good piece of weaponry in your arsenal, if you know what I mean. This book here, I didn't think it would be any count because when I got it, it was at one of those sales. Maybe it was about 3 years ago. I got this one, but this book, I didn't think it would be much of any count because of the way the title was put. But I opened it up and I read through the index, what exactly the book held in it, and there was a lot of interesting information about what they call your automobile instead of your conveyance, your home, apartment, real estate instead of domicile. Of course, people that know what I'm talking about know the difference between these words, the semantics. But this book is called You and the Law. And this book, it's a pretty interesting book. Now, what I'll stop right here in this video because I've probably got a whole nother video right here, and this one's almost already at 9 minutes. I'll go ahead and pick up where I left off here in a minute. Much love, peace, and blessings to all the entities out there. I'll be making another one soon.